The Luminary of the Year award is presented to a person or group whose career contributions to the music industry light the way for others. They're an inspiration not only to those within the industry, but also to those in their communities. Their profound and meaningful impact has transcended the confines of the music realm and has meaningfully and significantly impacted the world. While Alanis is a prominent artist, her work behind the board has often gone unnoticed outside of the recording community. This award is an opportunity for us to shine a light on Alanis's impact, not only as a singer-songwriter, but as a powerful force in the industry who's positively shaped the future of music. As a producer, she has made a commitment to intentionally create opportunities for other women. Her dedication to bringing on women collaborators as producers and engineers on her records has meaningfully changed the game for those in our community. And to present the award, another iconic artist, the brilliant Shirley Manson.
Thank you so much. I am old, I'm wearing my glasses. I have, Catherine, unlike you, a very large font, so we should be in good hands. Anyway, here we go. It's been a long night, I'm gonna get to it. The great Alanis Morissette needs little introduction, but I shall give her one anyway. Artist, musician, songwriter, producer, actor, writer, podcaster, and columnist. Stigma shatterer, taboo trasher, and unapologetic truth teller. Intellectually rigorous, complex, fierce. A resilient woman of immense integrity who is always learning, always questioning, and always challenging. Alanis, I'm just getting started, guys. Alanis is all of these things. She's also sensitive, at times fragile, and disarmingly sweet. The first time I stood on stage and presented an award to our Luminary of the Year was 25 years ago at the Grammy Awards in 1999. Not her first Grammy Awards. The cultural phenomenon that is Alanis Morissette, and steady yourselves, has gone on to sell over 85 million records. She has won 7 Grammy Awards, an utterly insane amount of Juno Awards. She's received 2 Golden Globe nominations, influenced multiple generations of musicians, run a weekly advice column for The Guardian newspaper. She's won a Tony Award, acted in a variety of fine television shows, was cast as God in the movie Dogma, and is the recipient of a UN Global Tolerance Award, which is a testament to her advocacy and her unwavering commitment to gender equity. Which is a testament to her advocacy and her unwavering commitment to gender equity and environmental action. She remains one of the world's most fascinating and beloved artists and one of our most successful songwriters. Jagged Little Pill being the second top-selling album of all time. There are many reasons to admire and love Alanis, not the least of which is her remarkable career, spanning all of 5 decades, which is in no danger of stopping anytime soon. She's had a significant and lasting impact on popular music as we know it. When my band Garbage opened up for Alanis 2 summers ago, I bore witness once again to the incredible and intense relationship she enjoys with her audience. Her unique and powerful voice carrying her effortlessly through the not insignificant challenges of her own music. The agility of her voice, the tenderness of it, is never lost on anyone present at any of her shows. The world can be hard. It can be hard on anyone, even more so if you happen to be a woman working in what essentially remains a patriarchal, male-dominated entertainment industry. Alanis has navigated this space with astounding grace, vigor, and good humor, whilst always pushing for better solutions and situations for all. While she is undoubtedly an adored and feted artist for all her considerable creative achievements. Few outside of the music industry are perhaps as aware of her work behind the scenes to encourage and promote gender diversity, equity, and excellence. As a producer, she has made a commitment over the years to hire female collaborators, often as producers and engineers on her own records. As a powerful force in the music industry, her commitment to doing so has positively impacted the careers of many female creatives within our community. Indeed, Catherine Marks, who herself has won the Powerhouse of the Year award tonight, being one of them. Go, Catherine. Well, of course, Emily. But you know, there's only so much time in an evening. But yes, Emily Lazar, we love you and you've been great. And are great and wonderful, and we wouldn't be here without you. But I myself have been the direct beneficiary and recipient of Alanis's support. Multiple times over the years, she's invited my band to accompany her on tour throughout the US and abroad. Indeed, the last time we were together, she gifted me my very own witch's broomstick. I'm sure many of you in the room will get the symbolism behind such a gift. Sadly, it remains a challenge for women, transgender and non-conforming creatives to enjoy the same kind of opportunities as men within the music industry. The support proffered by Alanis is a perfect example of how positive initiatives can encourage and effect change across our culture with a vision for a more equitable future for all. And so it's for all these reasons and many, many more that we don't have time for tonight that I'm delighted and so honored to present this year's Resonator Luminary of the Year Award to the righteous and mighty and most loved Alanis Morissette.
Thank you. Thank you, Emily, for making this a room to be in. For me, I've been in a lot of rooms. This is my favorite room. Just the honoring of the feminine is everything to me. Whether it's in a man body or a woman body or a non-gender conforming body, the feminine is, to me, what moves worlds and creates a space where we begin to create that which doesn't exist yet. Because that receptivity, that muscle of receptivity of listening before the channeling begins as artists is a sacred space. And it is the divine feminine to me, through and through. So I love that there's a new name now because iconic is being used to describe mac and cheese. So Luminary is lovely. Thank you. My mac and cheese will eventually be luminary. We'll have to think of a new word. Just thinking about the temperaments is something that, having done some talks at UCLA and neurobiology talks about the idea of temperament, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, no one cared. And now it's become a topic that is important and leads so many conversations around artists, because so many of us are introverts and highly sensitive and empathic and channelers, frankly. So the idea of having our temperaments be honored, and yet here we are with these lifestyles that require us to be extroverted. And tequila used to help me back in the day. It doesn't help me anymore, because I have to stay alive for my children. So the imperative of expression, you know, if expression isn't happening in some form, color, art, all the senses, if expression isn't happening or coursing through me and I'm not responsible for it, I get instantly depressed, instantly disconnected. So staying receptive in that way and letting the imperative be what it is, it moves through all of us. How many people on this planet? 8 billion people. We all have currents moving through us at various speeds. Mine happens to move through really quickly. I think of, people ask me how long it takes to write a song, and I say, it could be 25 some odd years, but to actually write it is about 15 minutes. but the life lived being chronicled is everything. And I think artists are social activists. We trip and we fall, and we're activists by mistake almost. So being in the public eye and persevering and staying true to the essence of who we are is everything. And it's not an easy thing to do when you have complex PTSD, complex patriarchy stress disorder. I have it, and I'm in copious amounts of therapy. So the equity piece, Emily, bless you. If you're not mad and upset about it, we're not paying attention, because it's changing. God bless us all. And I think about leadership in terms of artistry. I think about leadership, obviously, in politics, in the educative fields, the leadership of sensitives. If I have I have many, many goals and missions in my life, and one of them is to support those of us who are really sensitive and attentive. I think of myself as a poodle inside of a black stallion body career. But somehow we still going. We think about the 90s with Shirley. We talk about how we white-knuckled through everything. We just kept going no matter what. So the fortitude that emerged during, the last many decades. And in terms of creating teams around making records, can I write alone? Can I produce alone? Sure. I don't want to. It's so much more fun to do it collaboratively, and I live for that. And that is the divine feminine, collaborating. We die without each other. Babies die if they're not touched and interacted with and pet and looked at and contact. So collaborating is my favorite thing. The 1 + 1 = 75. Catherine, where are you, Catherine? There you are. Yeah, Catherine is a force and so much joy. I love you so much. And a big shout out to Alex Hope, too, who's not here, but I connected with them tonight. Thank you, Alex. What else can I say about how amazing it is to be a female in this industry in this time? I think about the micro and macro service as artists too. There's the tiny, intimate, vulnerable, fragile moments. And then some of us who are brave enough to step out in the public eye and actually stay there in that white hot heat. If it wasn't infused with some kind of purpose for me, it wouldn't be enough to just have the egoic part fluffed. As much as it's fun for the ego, it's not enough to sustain a passion for it. So for me, it's about the service, feeling feelings in a planet and a country, certainly a country, who tells us we can't feel. We can't feel sad, we can't feel angry, and we can't feel scared. That's a big one. Very counterphobic, this culture. So any artist, even watching everybody perform tonight, I just thought, thank God for you, because feelings are huge and under cared for. And to allow all the wholeness parts to emerge in the creative art making process. Intellectual, somatic, body, sensual, physical, all the feelings, all the intuitive, all the clair gifts that we all have. Everyone in this room on some level, I can sense that there's a support for those of us who are expressing ourselves in a very fragile way. So bless it. And bless the continuum of masculine and feminine. What I love about working with women, billions of things. But one of them is how quickly we have access to the masculine and the feminine qualities at any given moment. So there can be the receptivity of listening and honoring each other, holding space, those silences, the hours and hours of silences, and just quietly supporting each other. And then the actionability of the masculine quality. So for me, feminism is about the feminine in all bodies, all sexual proclivities, all of it. Just so honoring the feminine tonight is a really big deal, and it's why I showed up. And to thank you, Emily, for creating spaces like this. Because as I get older, I just have less patience for hatred of the feminine. I just don't have it. And that's a very good thing, and it makes it such that we walk out of rooms that are not interacting with us in a way that honors what we're providing. Yeah. That's it. So much more to say, but I just want to, have a moment of just appreciating the sanctity of the artistic process. I've been in so many different environments, living in different places, traveling this funny, funny, funny planet. And anytime I'm in a room with people who understand art, and contribute art. It just feels like home to me. So thanks for being that in this room. And I love you. And keep on, keep on.